You were the Justin Bieber of 1991. How does that make you feel?
Real good.
Now listen, I really thought that was a cute reaction that Luke had to his comparison to Bieber, because if you think about it, he really kind of was.
It's more the other way around.
Wait, you think Jason and Bieber are more so the comparison?
Jason first, though.
Okay, yeah, Jason came first, so Bieber's more like Jason.
Exactly.
Okay,
Often
whatever.
imitated, never duplicated.
That is very true. Now listen, we are in a very special place right now here at the Pop-Up. We are in the booth that is dedicated to Luke Perry. I know you guys think about him often. There's not a day goes by that you don't think about him and that you keep his memory alive.
I'm sorry, I just can't control myself.
Well, don't fight it.
Luke was such a sort of, you know, quiet, subtle, yet dynamic human being. He had a very strong and lasting impact on people.
You and I have been a lot of things to each other over the years, Kel.
There are moments when it's easier than others. You know what, I still haven't.
Coming or going? A little of both.
He was a beautiful, humble, gentle, kind, thoughtful soul.
Luke suffered a massive stroke on February 27th and passed away 5 days later. He was surrounded by his 2 children, his fiancée, his ex-wife, and his mom.
We miss him every day. There's a huge hole in our hearts and everyone's hearts with him gone.
It's ironic, the role that made him a star almost wasn't his. Luke was originally supposed to audition to be Steve Sanders, but didn't feel he was the right fit for the part. On screen, the then 24-year-old was brooding and confident. Off screen, he was actually kind of shy.
Personal life's very valuable to me, and the only thing I'm finding difficult is you get a little less privacy, you know? People know who you are, you just don't know who they are. You don't see them on TV.
Fame was never the goal.
I'm in no hurry to have my name above a title or to be the star of a film. Then when the time comes, I feel a little more comfortable. Next year, no, sometime.
From the 90210 set to red carpets, we spent hundreds of hours with Luke. It was clear he loved his craft and adored his fans. He was honest and charming.
What works for me is just try to keep the to a minimum, don't lie to them, and don't go out of your way to give them anything to write about.
You've just gotten married recently. Don't you kind of want to like hang out with your wife and do husbandly things?
Yeah, but you know,
I don't know what those husbandly things would be, but...
Even after his divorce in 2003, Luke remained friends with his ex. He was a devoted parent to his 2 children, lived life to the fullest, and had no regrets.
Life is experiential. You got to get out there and you got to try it and you got to fail sometimes. And to get to any success, you got to fail a few times. And so yeah, you got to earn it.
I know this is still very hard for you, but I know that Luke is smiling down right now. I know he's very happy to see you all back together again.
I'd like to think so.
Yes, of course. Well, you know, we cannot celebrate 90210's epic return without taking everybody behind the scenes. And of course, our ET cameras were always welcome on their set.
Oh, yeah.
Hi!
Entertainment tonight. This is the crew that makes it possible. These are the people.
Your only hope for entertainment is entertainment tonight. Thank you. Wait, one more. I can make it smoother.
We've been alongside this cast from the very beginning, like before they could even get the show's name right.
Now it's called 902 90210.
Shannon, what are your greatest hopes for the show?
Oh, that it goes 5 years, that it beats Cheers.
Wow, what a sweet little baby I was. Oh, I just hope it goes. I mean, what was that voice? Like, I don't even recognize that voice anymore.
We were there when Jason made his directorial debut on the show. He's been calling shots ever since.
Where are my thespians? Yeah. Lovely. You look fabulous, darling.
Is Jason directing? He has a nice butt. You sort of get to look into his eyes and stare at his butt a lot, and it makes us want to do a really good job. Yes, definitely.
Can we flash back to this and this guy? And this is you talking about Luke.
I said, Luke, do you surf? He said, no. He said, do you? I said, not a stitch. And I looked at him and I said, we're going to get along just fine.
I remember that that night that I met Luke incredibly clearly when we read that first script, the Green Room script.
I remember that night he came and he said, "Oh man, they won't give me a contract. They said they're gonna have to see if it works out. I hope I get to keep this job." That's what he said.
Aloha, E.T. from Hawaii.
We were even there for the 100th episode and the final episode. But what's always stood out to us about this cast is its undeniable love for one another.
Oh, you guys weren't supposed to film that.
I want to show you this. I mean, it just makes you laugh when you...
It's kind of hard to picture this as a business when you're really working with guys who are like brothers.
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed?
Nothing's
What would you say to that guy?
I would say, you were right.
Yeah.
You're right. This does feel like family.
How about young Ian?
Yeah, Baby Z. You know, it's like time folded itself in half to revisit that.
Well, listen, you guys have had many fashion moments throughout the years with this cast.
I was kind of hoping we could skip over those.
Oh, no, not even close, buddy. Coming up, what you never knew about that delicious 90210 style. That's coming up next. I'm ready to trade this milkshake in for a Chardonnay because it is time for BH90210 to begin.
Yes, and thank you so much for helping us out and being here today.
My pleasure. I had a blast.
So great.
Thanks, ladies.
All right, we have one more thing before we go. So listen, we took the cast on a bit of a fashion flashback to celebrate the original show's iconic
Say it isn't so.
90s style.
You thought you were gonna escape. You are not.
I didn't have a friend. I didn't have a mirror. Please forgive me. In any event, good night, everybody. Enjoy the show.
So let me take you back a little bit. One of my favorites, the mermaid dress.
Can you help me? Oh, look at my belly there. Who knew I would go on to have 5 babies come out of that belly?
And for you, the best.
That
The best.
famous, spring fling dress.
You said you weren't gonna buy it. Well, I changed my mind.
I love that. I'd do it again tomorrow.
Steve Sanders, beachwear, swimwear. No.
Oh my God.
Your swim.
19 serving 20.
You know what? If you had it, you flaunted it. And that's, you know, I thought I did at the time. Clearly, I didn't looking back at that.